Welcome to Letters to Vincent. Letters to Vincent is a quiet, ongoing conversation, a place to pause with a single painting and respond not as a critic or historian, but as a fellow human being. These letters are written slowly, with attention, and offered in the spirit of companionship rather than explanation. Today's letter is written on Vincent's birthday. Before we begin, it helps to step into the landscape he was standing in. Landschaft in Schnee mit Arles in Hintergrund was painted during the winter Vincent spent in Arles. Snow was rare in the south of France, and when it came, Vincent responded immediately, drawn to the way it transformed the familiar landscape into something hushed and elemental. This is not a dramatic winter scene. There are no figures bracing against the weather, no heroic struggle. Instead, Vincent gives us fields at rest, a fence cutting gently through the land, bare trees holding their shape against a pale sky, and the town of Arles sitting quietly on the horizon. The palette is restrained, the brushwork steady. The painting feels less like a declaration and more like an act of grounding, as though Vincent were finding his balance through the simple discipline of looking and recording what was there. It is a painting about endurance, about staying present in a season that offers little comfort, yet still contains structure, rhythm, and life. It is from the stillness that the letter begins. Dear Vincent, today on your birthday, I want to write you simply and directly, the way one writes in a card or a letter slipped quietly onto a table without ceremony. I imagine you standing in this winter landscape, snow lying heavy on the ground, the air pale and hushed, the town of Arles resting in the distance. There is no drama here, no spectacle, just land, weather, time, and the steady presence of a man who keeps looking. You once questioned whether you mattered at all, and now generations speak to you as if you were still here. This painting feels like a pause rather than a declaration. The fields are subdued, the colors restrained, the season unyielding, and yet there is life everywhere. In the lines of the fence, in the rough grasses pushing through frost, in the way the eye is carried gently toward the horizon. Nothing is wasted, nothing is overlooked. It seems to me that this is what you did so faithfully. You stayed with what was in front of you. You did not turn away from the cold, or the ordinary, or the quiet endurance of the land. You trusted that even here, perhaps especially here, something honest could be found. On your birthday, people all over the world speak your name with affection. They feel close to you. But I like to think you would appreciate this moment more, a winter field, a distant town, the work of seeing patiently, without hurry. So this is not a tribute, Vincent. It is a greeting. Thank you for showing us that beauty does not require splendor, only attention. Thank you for reminding us, even in seasons of cold and uncertainty, the act of looking, truly looking, can be enough. You feared you were a non-entity, and yet your work has made you one of the most deeply felt presences the world has ever known. Happy birthday, Vincent, with quiet gratitude, and until the next letter, Rebecca.